Thank you so much, Mr. President. And I want to thank Senator Skoufis for continuing this great tradition of West Point Day. I also want to thank our newly minted Veterans Chair, Senator Scarcella Spanton. And also, of course, I want to thank West Point for always being partners as we elevate the service that we get from you who are serving and graduating from West Point. I want to thank Major Sean Lee, the chaplain, for the beautiful prayer. Thank you so much. We always need strong blessings, so I appreciate it. And I know we will hear from from Lieutenant General Stephen Gilland, the 61st Superintendent of the United States Military Academy. We are a little bit tardy today. We generally start on time because we understand that it is important in your tradition, and certainly we try and make it our tradition to get to work and stay focused, and we like to do it on time. But today was one of those days that there was a confluence of circumstances. Today, for the first time, we've honored Korean War veterans, and that happened in the well earlier. And the buses were a little bit late, so they got here a little bit late, and we'll hear more about them later. But I thought it was also kind of a great thing to happen because it is reminding us that service never stops. It is an intergenerational celebration that we'll be having today of service and valor. West Point and its 70-year history of doing this, the idea of West Point dates back to President George Washington. It was created under President Jefferson, formalized by Brigadier General Sylvanus Thayer. West Point has become synonymous with Eisenhower, Patton, Bradley, Ulysses S. Grant, William Tecumseh Sherman, Black Jack Pershing, and the first female graduate who shares my first name, Andrea Holland. Here in our chamber, our former senator and Korean War veteran who's since passed on, Bill Larkin, and many others, including the brother of Senator Breslin, Mike Breslin, who is here today as well. As I look at the class of young cadets before us, we'll know your names because I know you bring the same courage, the same dedication, the same honor that West Point has upheld for centuries. We commend you all for taking the crucial action and to serve as a beacon of hope, even as we face immense uncertainties. You should all feel incredibly proud of yourselves for answering your highest call, our nation's highest call, and finding your passion so early in life. On days like this, I'm reminded of my own family members, my dad, who served in World War II, my brother, who served in Vietnam. Their sacrifices and their service had a profound effect on my own life, and it always serves as a reminder to always put others first. I know this is the same thing that exists in the character of this class today. The commitment that you've made for the greater good shows that you have a conviction, a dedication, and a drive. Within every challenge that we face lies an opportunity to strengthen our resolve and to dig deeper on the values that we hold dear. I wish all of you the strength going forward and offer this chamber's friendship and support for what you do. Even with my father and brother being in military during wartime, It will always be hard for civilians like myself to truly grasp the magnitude and the intensity and the horror of war that exists every hour of every day. We know that the cadets in this chamber are going to be on the front line somewhere in this world, keeping us safe and standing up for the ideals that America holds so dear. For the rest of your lives, our state and nation will forever be in your debt. The service you give cannot be repaid, but it will always be honored. We're grateful for you, for your families, and for everything you do and will do on behalf of our country. I pledge to you now to never overlook your service or commitment, to continue working on your behalf, and to always back our appreciation with words and actions and listening, because what you experience, you bring back to us, and if we can make it better for the next set of cadets, that's what we will do. So again, I thank you so much for continuing this great tradition and honoring our chamber. And again, we will see you after all the ceremonies for lunch, and you will be sharing that lunch with our Korean War veterans again. I think it'll be a great and amazing intergenerational celebration of service. Thank you so much, and thank you, Mr. President.